Good morning. I'm Josanne Wright Callender, the author of Making Do Growing Up Colored in the Jim Crow South During the Great Depression. And the series is Believe Tuskegee Strong. And that title has a lot, that banner has a lot to do with the interview that's coming up on Monday, this Monday coming, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be on It's Your Life, which is emceed by Dr. J.C. Cooley, who has had an incredible life. Growing up in the South and the city. He said his book is Country Boy, City Boy. The journey ain't over yet. And I'm listening to the audiobook. It is pretty incredible. So I recommend that book, audiobook, or hardcover. It's pretty amazing. And so he is interviewing me about Believe Tuskegee Strong. And he said, "What would you call your interview?" And I said, "I think I'd say it's a subtitle is A Legacy of Faith Equals a Legacy of Resilience." And that's where the belief comes in Tuskegee Strong, because my parents have such great faith in God that they shared that with us, and we, in our own journeys, developed our, because you can't have a generational, you can't hand on to someone else your faith. It has to be a felt and learned experience of oneself, and I think through life, that faith is amplified and just solidified, I guess is the best term. And my faith in God is that. And I attribute that to my parents because of what they went through in the 1940s, just living their life. It's post, right in the middle of the Great Depression, which they were born, and then they were living through it. And then after World War II, that was considered the end of the Great Depression. You read stories about how people were starving and not having enough to eat. And finally, when the war started, these guys went into the army in droves. One, it was a world conflict, and two, the army paid. And they could send money back to their families, and they could also eat 3 square meals a day. So it was an effective way of ending the depression. Plus, the women who were still in the cities were working in factories, doing what they could for the war movement. So it was just an amazing time when the country pulled together for a major event, which was ending the war in Europe and the conflict in the world. But during that time also was the Jim Crow South period, and that's what really impressed me with my parents' resilience, because they expressed to us their love of God, they expressed to us their joy in in life, and I'm trying to make these two things match. I said, but you had this like really horrendous period of time when Jim Crow people were being killed or lynched, and but they said, we had faith in God, and our families supported us and protected us by, one, safety in numbers, but two, their parents, both sides, taught them that with the Lord, you could do anything and you can surmount any battle. It was like David and Goliath every day, but they had faith that God would bring them through. So that's what I want to focus on in my interview is their faith in God, my parents' faith in God, and how we can have this same faith and resilience and transfer this resilience onto students that we're teaching. And in that way, they can learn that no matter what they're going through, if they trust in, some people say the higher power, but if they trust in God, He will bring them through it. And so it's a message, it's a Christian novel, young adult novel. So, it's not for everybody, but those who really would like to find some way of supporting their child's growth and development with a faith based novel, this is your book. And I have friends that I was talking to, and they're just excited about it. Their daughter's 17, and she's read the book through with her family, and she's excited about the audiobook, which has just come out. It's on Kobo, the Nook, and soon be on Amazon. So I have information in my description box below. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for sharing. And I see bit by bit I'm getting a new subscriber every day. That really helps, truly helps. So if you're enjoying these talks, they're pretty, you know, casual and unstudied, but I'm just sharing with you what I'm learning as I learn things and in the experience of writing the novel. So take care. God bless you. See you next time.